The Chicago Bears defensive front is undergoing critical examination this offseason. While Montez Sweat has solidified himself as the team's top pass rusher, the rest of the unit still lacks a complete, dependable identity. But behind the scenes, the Bears may be hours away from making a subtle but potentially significant move, adding a familiar veteran presence who could round out the edge rotation. That player is 30-year-old defensive end Tanoh Kpassagnon, a former New Orleans Saint who spent multiple seasons under new Bears defensive coordinator Dennis Allen. Kpassagnon is not a household name, and he's not expected to bring double-digit sack production. But in the right scheme, especially one he already knows, he could offer consistency, depth, and situational impact. During his time in New Orleans, Kpassagnon carved out a defined role as a rotational pass rusher, primarily on third downs and in obvious passing situations. In 2022, arguably his best season, he recorded 4 sacks. Not eye-popping, but effective within Allen's system. Unfortunately, a torn Achilles tendon limited him to just 3 games last season, derailing his momentum. Now healthy and seeking a new opportunity, a reunion with Allen could be on the table. For Chicago, the timing could be ideal. Dio Odingbo was signed this offseason to a 3-year, $48 million deal, signaling clear confidence from the front office. Yet Odingbo is more of a utility lineman, a versatile presence who can line up inside or outside, defend the run, and offer some pass rush. But he's not a specialist when it comes to critical third down pressure, and that's where the Bears still lack a true complement to Sweat. Young prospect Austin Booker, entering his second year, only played 27% of snaps last season. While his development is on the team's radar, it's clear the coaching staff can't yet rely on him in high-leverage moments. Plugging in someone like Kpassagnon, who knows Allen's terminology and roles, would bring an instant stabilizing effect without draining the budget. His likely contract would be short-term and incentive-based, an ideal arrangement for a team balancing future flexibility with immediate needs. Kpassagnon's arrival wouldn't drastically change the defense on its own, but it would help Chicago run more effective rotational packages and give Sweat valuable in-game rest without sacrificing quality off the edge. The Bears made a conscious decision not to draft an edge rusher this year, instead choosing Shamar Turner to address interior pressure. That signals faith in the current outside group, but also leaves the door open for strategic veteran additions like Kpassagnon, if needed. As training camp approaches, the Bears front office will likely evaluate Booker's progress closely. If they find that the younger players aren't quite ready for a consistent workload, expect Allen to push for the familiar presence of Kpassagnon as part of the solution. He may not be a headline maker, but his presence could quietly be the key to unlocking Chicago's full defensive potential in 2025. There's another storyline flying under the radar in Chicago, one that could dramatically affect how the offense performs in 2025. The Bears' backfield, headlined by DeAndre Swift, has more questions than most fans realize, and if those questions aren't addressed properly, it could undermine new offensive coordinator Ben Johnson's plans from the very start. Swift joined the Bears this offseason, reuniting with Johnson, who previously coached him in Detroit. On the surface, the move made sense. Swift is an explosive runner with receiving ability, and Johnson has experience crafting schemes that highlight those traits. But looking deeper, the numbers suggest Swift isn't built to be the workhorse that many assumed he would become. In 2024 with Philadelphia, Swift logged 229 carries, but struggled to break tackles and sustain drives. According to Pro Football Focus, Swift broke just 7 tackles the entire season, an incredibly low mark for a lead running back. For comparison, elite backs like Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley often reach that number within 2 games. His best year came in 2022, under Johnson's system in Detroit, where he only had 99 carries. But those touches were efficient and explosive. That season, Swift posted a 25% tackle avoidance rate, gained 3.7 yards before contact per carry, and produced big plays at a higher clip than at any other point in his career. In short, less volume, more impact. That data paints a clear picture. Swift thrives when used in a specialized role. Third downs, passing situations, open space runs. But between the tackles grinding, that's not his strength. And if the Bears expect him to shoulder the full load, history suggests they'll be disappointed. So where does that leave Chicago? Enter Kyle Monangai, the Bears' 7th-round rookie from Rutgers. Monangai rushed 280 times in his final collegiate season, showing the durability and power that could complement Swift's finesse. Early feedback from the coaching staff has been extremely positive. Offensive coordinator Declan Doyle praised Monangai's potential, highlighting his readiness to contribute in the heavy lifting role. Still, banking on a 7th-round rookie to carry 15 to 20 times a game is a big gamble, which is why the Bears could soon dip into the veteran market for a more proven option to share the load. Several names remain available. Nick Chubb, despite his serious knee injury, offers unmatched power and vision when healthy. At 29, he could fill the between-the-tackles role better than almost anyone, if his medicals check out. Cam Akers, still young and physically gifted, has experience in similar systems and could thrive with a clearly defined role. J.K. Dobbins, only 25, has flashed high-end ability when healthy and might be the best long-term option. Jamal Williams, who knows Johnson's offense from Detroit, would bring system familiarity and reliability in short-yardage situations. Meanwhile, Roschon Johnson remains on the roster. The second-year back has been mostly used as a short-yardage runner, but hasn't shown enough yet to command a larger role. While the staff remains hopeful about his growth, there are still doubts about whether he can carry a full season load alongside Swift. Training camp will be the testing ground. If Monangai can prove he's ready to shoulder a steady workload and Johnson expands his versatility, Chicago may opt to go with internal options. But if those two don't take the next step quickly, look for Ryan Poles to act decisively and sign a veteran to stabilize the run game. The ideal scenario would be Swift receiving 12 to 15 touches per game, primarily on screens, outside runs, and third downs, while a power back handles 15 to 20 carries up the middle. That would not only protect Swift's health and efficiency, but also replicate the successful rotation model Johnson used with great success in Detroit. While the Bears' pass rush and running game are under evaluation, there's one part of the team generating pure excitement at Halas Hall: the early emergence of Luther Burden III. Drafted 39th overall, Burden has already begun rewriting expectations for Chicago's offense with his electrifying rookie minicamp performance. Burden's selection itself was considered a coup. Many evaluators had the Missouri star projected as a late first-rounder, and when he fell into the second round, Chicago wasted no time. The organization, particularly Ben Johnson, had already identified Burden as a priority target for the new offensive scheme. Early returns suggest they were right. During rookie minicamp, Burden reportedly made the play of the weekend, hauling in a deep pass that left coaches and teammates in awe. Though he was briefly slow to rise after the catch, he returned to full activity the next day, showcasing his toughness and competitive mindset. That response didn't go unnoticed inside the building. Offensive coordinator Declan Doyle didn't hide his admiration, calling Burden one of the most explosive athletes in the draft class. "He's a playmaker," Doyle said. "When the ball's in his hands, he's dynamic. His tape in college was impressive, and he's already validating what we saw." What makes Burden even more intriguing is his natural fit in Johnson's scheme. A versatile receiver who excels in space, Burden thrived in college by creating separation, gaining yards after the catch, and winning contested balls. He profiles similarly to players Johnson previously coached, and his connection to current Lions receiver Jameson Williams, his former high school teammate, adds an interesting layer of familiarity with pro-level expectations. There's also something deeper happening. an emerging sense that Burden could become more than a complementary piece. His mental makeup, rapid adjustment to the pro level, and strong early rapport with coaches suggest that he might be poised for a significant rookie impact, not just down the road, but from day one. Of course, expectations must be balanced. Training camp, preseason, and defensive adjustments will test Burden's adaptability. But the Bears haven't seen this level of early rookie hype in quite some time, and if he continues to build on this momentum, Burden could be one of the biggest surprises of the 2025 rookie class. The Bears' 2025 outlook will be shaped by more than just Caleb Williams and headline names. It's the depth decisions, rotational veterans like Kepassignon, the strategic handling of Swift's role, and breakout rookies like Burden that will ultimately determine how high this team can climb. Chicago doesn't need perfect answers at every position, but smart, timely moves could be the difference between a team that competes in December and one that fades early. Training camp is near, and the clock